Blanket the Homeless is a Bay Area charity committed to improving the day-to-day experience of people living on the street, handing out small parcels containing emergency blankets, socks, first aid supplies, and other essential items. Joining us now to tell us more about this great organization is founder Ken Newman. Ken, thank you so much for joining us today on the show to talk about
Thank
this.
you. Before I do anything, I just want to talk about the last guest. I am so thrilled that there are young people that are stepping up and taking charge, because we need them desperately. And so I just, as myself, and I'm sure many of your viewers feel, she's to be saluted for that. We're really happy about it.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Salute to the young leaders in this country. We need you. We appreciate you.
We desperately need you. So Blanket the Homeless started, and I know where there's a time constraint, so I'll try to tell the story quickly.
Yeah.
I have a production company, Magnet Productions, have been very successful in business, knock wood, you know, the pandemic notwithstanding, but things are coming back. About 12 years ago, I was asked to front a cover band, and I always loved music. It took me a while to get back to it, but I was back to it and having a great time. And at the end of one gig, I looked in the tip jar, and there was like $48, and it was a 5-person band, so do the math. You know, we're not like exactly getting rich with this. And I asked the guys in the band, who were all businessmen, engineers, whatever, I said, are you cool if we don't keep the money, if we donate it to charity? And they said, yeah, sure. So I called Compass Family Services in San Francisco. A guy named Stacy Webb answers the phone. He says, wow, that's cool. Yeah, let me come to the gig and I'll talk about the work we do. So he did. And suddenly there's $200 in the tip jar, and somebody else matches that at the bar, and then Google was matching that. And so it feels like, oh yeah, okay, well, this money is coming in. And I would take the opportunity to talk a little bit about my experience with the homeless on the streets in between songs. And it started to feel like this felt like the right thing to do. Jump cut about a year and a half later, Margaret Cho is paying tribute to Robin Williams, who had just passed and was a dear friend of hers. And Mike Pritchard, another comedian, said, don't grieve Robin, be Robin. And that caught her attention, be Robin. She loved that idea. So she started performing on the streets with a sign that said, if you have, give, if you need, take. People would dump in money, she'd break it into smaller denominations and hand it out.
Wow.
And I found out about this, found her on Facebook, said, could I be involved? She said, meet me at the front of Larkin Street Youth Services in the Tenderloin, start playing. Next thing I know, I'm playing. Margaret Cho is, you know, leaning in with me, and we're covering a song. The Chronicle is there. People are bringing 50-pound containers of pasta to feed people. People are showing up with clothes. A woman shows up to give haircuts to the homeless. The police are redirecting traffic. I mean, this was a perfect example of something going viral in the real world, like instantaneously.
In real time?
In real time.
Wow.
It was right in front of us. And it became the subject of a documentary film, a beautiful film called Be Robin, the movie. So Margaret left after some time. Her career took off. And somebody, a woman named Veronica DiCarlo, said that they were trying to raise some money for these little innocuous-looking things called rescue blankets.
It's crazy. It doesn't look like it's
doesn't look like much of anything.
Inside.
No, it's a Mylar blanket. She said, we need some. We're trying to give them out to people in the city because people are freezing. It was a particularly cold winter. So I donated the money to, you know, I basically bought 1,000 of them, gave her 500, took 500, started giving those out to gigs, to people at gigs, and then met a young woman who had been homeless herself. She said they also need socks, and they need hats, and they need condoms and gloves and anything else. And so we just bought a bunch of stuff. You probably see it in the picture now of me at St. Vincent de Paul Society, who decided to adopt us, essentially. There's a woman right there who I stopped. I was driving, and I saw her, and it was cold. And I gave her the bag, and she opened it up. And I swear, to look at her face, it was like watching somebody on Christmas morning. She was like slowly opening the blanket. And I said, you could wrap it around yourself. And she did. And she was like, it's warm, it's warm. And I said, yeah, that's the point. So we started doing that. We've given out about 8,000 or 9,000 of them over the last 6 years. We are part of St. Vincent de Paul Society. I want to shout out Scott Mickelson, who's my producer. He produced this wonderful album that I just released. Well, you be the judge if it's wonderful. But anyway, he also produced this wonderful album, which it absolutely is, featuring fantastic Negrito, who just won his 3rd Grammy, I think. Tim Bloom from Mother Hip Stone Foxes, Mickelson himself. I have a track on here. Tobias Dial, Whisker Man, Rainbow Girls, Combrio, Coffins Brothers, King Dream, Brothers Comatose. Tons of wonderful artists. You can see them. They came to our studio in Mill Valley, donated a track. We released it on vinyl. I advocate vinyl, by the way. If anybody's listening, buy vinyl. I just gave you 2 vinyls,
Yes.
and your husband's gonna buy vinyl now.
Absolutely.
Okay, so now it's
he's
on.
watching this.
He's
and
watching
he's
this, and he
hearing
knows
this.
he's gonna buy a turntable. Right, good. Sorry about that. So in any event, all the proceeds from this and the concert we did at the Independent support the charity as well. So I said it would be short. I didn't quite.
That, you know what? It was a wonderful explanation. And before we get out of here, what do you hope that people take away from this experience when it comes to giving back to the homeless, which is such an important initiative here in the Bay Area?
It's a wonderful question. Thanks for asking. The thing about the work that we're doing with this, I mean, giving out these packages, this is not solving the homeless problem. And this is what people often say to me, you know, this is a Band-Aid. I said, yeah, it's triage. It's helping that person on the street survive that night.
At that moment,
right.
yes.
But beyond that, it's also an acknowledgement of the humanity. And when I talk to people with the song I wrote, when I talk to people at clubs, and I say, look, I said, it doesn't seem like much, but instead of just blowing by that poor guy sitting, or the woman on the street, or the kids, or the guy with the dog, give them a moment of acknowledging that they exist. Say, hey,
humanity.
you know,
That's a moment of humanity.
Yeah, it's just saying, look, I can't help you with money right now. I don't have anything on me, but I feel your pain, and I'm sorry, and I wish I could help. Or if not, you have one of these, and I try to get, these are distributed now by San Francisco AIDS, by St. Vincent de Paul Society, and a bunch of other places. So it's about giving people a sense that they really do exist. I had a homeless guy tell me that beyond the cold and the hunger, the thing that made his life so bad on the streets was feeling that he was, his words, becoming invisible. And
Well,
that's everything. We feel that way.
Yeah,
You know, if you're in a city you don't know and you're walking around, you think, God, I could die here. Nobody would know.
That's crazy.
So.
But you know what, Ken? Thank you for all you are doing in the community and through this program with how many people you are reaching. And thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate your time.
Thanks. I really appreciate being here. That means a lot.
Yeah, of course. To give back to Blanket the Homeless, we have a link on our website at liveinthebay.tv.